My name is Rosalyn Clarks, and I'm 23 years old. I grew up in England in the city of London. I am the single child of rich and loving parents. I was married at the age of 17 with a man for whom basically I did not feel anything. Human relationships have always been a challenge for me. Younger and even today, I've never had a lot of friends. I would describe myself as a shy person, not very confident, but with a relatively strong character. I have the craze of always wanting to feel beautiful, better in my skin. In fact, that's what led me here. My impulsivity played against me. After my union with Adam, I thought things would get better. A bit like when my mother was forced to marry my father. Only, Adam never really fell in love with me. In any case, not to the same extent as I did with him. He never showed me his love, and our marriage solely resulted in an arrangement. We hardly ever slept in the same bed. To tell you all, it was not enough for me. Some will describe me an emotionally dependent, but I see myself more as a woman who needs to be filled without using cheating. It is the most disgusting thing a human can do to another. My biggest fear was that Adam would commit this kind of mistakes, which, who knows, could be fatal to him. At one point, Adam had been absent for almost a week. He did not even write to tell me where he was, what he was doing, or who he was with. I began to think that he had perhaps found someone else, that he had abandoned me. Perhaps was I not beautiful enough for him? Perhaps he wanted more? It was then that my transformations began. My perception suddenly shifted. I thought, I'm fat, I have big legs, I have big arms, I have big cheeks, a big belly. I have the dark skin of a field worker. I cannot stand it anymore. I have to change. He must come back. When he finally came back and I saw him, my mind suddenly cleaned up. It was him. It was his fault if I was like that. There were no mirrors in the house anymore. They were all in 1,000 pieces. Looking at myself in the mirror? Impossible. What were they used for? Every time I looked at myself, I felt so disgusted that I was nauseated. Shuttering them had become a habit. You have to wonder what his reaction was when he came home and saw this mess in the house. He was so angry that he did not even see the state I was in. That's how important I was to him. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. That's when I jumped on him. He collapsed to the ground and I started hitting him in the face, banging his head on the concrete floor of the kitchen. Somehow, he managed to lift his shoulder blades off the floor and he jumped on me to strangle me. Obviously, I did not let him. As he tightened my neck as though he tried to unscrew my head, I stretched out my arm, grabbed the knife that was dragging on the floor, and stabbed him.
Je vous présente l'équipe composée de Juliette Duval, Marie Eisenburger, Florence Guévin, Marianne Lessard, Tal et, dans le rôle de Rosalyn Clarks, Émilie Marquis-Roy.
So RJ,
Smile.
she can't.
Yeah, okay.
You want to go on, RJ?
Sure. Okay, first of all, I really like that you guys were bold enough to actually break mirrors. Those are real mirrors, and stick them in there. That's really impressive and bold on your part. And I love the way that the mirrors catch the light, too. Can you explain, you guys, a little bit more about the concept, like why this and why you decided to go with all this stuff?
Well, we decided to put mirrors in the dress and on her because, well, as you just saw in the video, she did like herself and she was breaking every mirrors everywhere. So yeah, that's why there are mirrors everywhere, and her dress is all messed up because she fought like on the ground in all that mess. So that's why she's a whole mess.
I love the hair too. Looked really, messy and disheveled, and the eyes are very important too. One of the things that I always say to people when they're doing a makeup or planning a makeup, very important for overall character and the look of the character is to not forget three key things, which is eyes, hair, and teeth. And a lot of people overlook all of those things, but you really hit on the eyes with the contact lenses. Really creepy within those really deep black pools. And the hair ties it all together really nicely. Yeah.
3 choses très importantes à retenir pour un maquillage, les yeux, les dents et la coiffure, n'est-ce pas?
Sure.
Thank you. Et vous l'avez fait de manière, c'est ça, vous avez porté une très, très bonne attention à la coiffure, aux yeux qui sont très menaçants, et les dents, ben, elles ne sourient pas vraiment, fait que je ne peux pas vraiment commenter. Émilie? Non, tu peux pas, je suis désolé. Oh, OK, c'est bon. Donc, c'est ça, ils ont pris vraiment des vrais morceaux de miroir. Personne ne s'est coupé, personne ne s'est... OK, toi, tu t'es coupé. Ils sont prêts à tout pour moi, c'est incroyable. Donc, c'est ça, fait que c'est un personnage qui parle beaucoup. C'est un personnage qui raconte une belle histoire. Eric?
Yes.
Just quickly.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So I think beyond the actual like design concept of this, I love the like feminist social commentary as part of like the story and the character herself. Mm-hmm. This like really tragic character who decides that, if society can accept the way she looks, or if her loved one can't accept the way that she looks, or at least in her way, she has to change. That is really sort of tragic, and I think a really interesting story. So what I really love is like how your makeup, the shapes of it, this like crazy jaw and this like long chin, this really like square bridge on the nose, all of that says botch self-surgery to me. So I think you were super successful in that, especially seeing it in the lighting now and watching how all the shadows hit these like high cheekbones, something that a lot of people who go through plastic surgery sometimes want. I've seen a lot of photos of plastic surgery. I've had to recreate that in some makeups that I've done. So I see those nuances in there towards like plastic surgery and those shapes of sharp, like uplifted shapes. They're all there and they're great. Also love the smeared lipstick. I think that's a really, really good touch. Almost so like, in all the broken mirrors, she couldn't really get a good look, and she just kind of like smeared it on. I absolutely love that. Very haunting. I got to say, I did not expect for her to be quite that striking when she came out on stage, and she totally was. So great job, girls. That's really good.
Even better than mine.
Le look un peu chirurgie botchée, un peu chirurgie ratée qu'on voit, avec beaucoup de cicatrices, et l'histoire aussi qui est très dramatique, qui parle d'une fille qui voulait être belle, mais malheureusement que ça ne fonctionne pas, son mari la rejette, puis tout ça, avec aussi les formes du visage qui sont très exagérées, et avec l'éclairage avec les miroirs aussi qui reflètent, c'est très, très impressionnant. L'entrée aussi était très impressionnante, donc bravo les filles, excellent, bravo.